Hey guys, how's it going? It is going to be such a good day in the garden because I'm going to tackle something that's been bugging me for a while in the garden. And I feel like it's probably going to end up making a few people mad. That is what it is. It is what it is in gardening. Anyways, I want to do mulching today. That's one of my main priorities, is to mulch. And then I have got to start over in an area of the garden. And I've probably got a couple people saying, Robbie, why are you not working on the greenhouse? Brent is still sick. So when both of us are back to 100%, then we're gonna work on the greenhouse. Until then, we're not touching it. It's a very big project and it's very labor intensive and very exhausting on the body. So we're gonna wait on the greenhouse until I have help from him and until both of us feel like we have energy. So it could be a couple weeks and we're just gonna roll with it. It is what it is. Anyways, let me show you guys what I want to do today. Don't be mad at me. This last winter, it was cute. It was really nice. I had a whole bunch of cyclamen in here, but right now I just can't stand this garden. I want to start over. I'm just so over everything. So I want to clean all this up. So I've got I have a privet tree right here. And this is one of the main reasons I want this privet tree gone, or I want all privet trees to just die, is because look at right now, it's dropping its flowers. So when everything is supposed to be looking nice and beautiful, it drops flowers. It drops leaves year round, especially it drops a ton of them in the springtime. So it drops leaves and then it drops flowers. And then once these flowers get pollinated, they're gonna all turn into berries. And then this fall, it's gonna just drop berries. It's literally the worst thing ever. So the side yard, it just never looks good. And it never looks good because there's always junk falling from this privet tree. The privet tree really, really needs to go, but it provides so much shade for not only me, but for my next door neighbor also, that it's really hard to even think about getting rid of it. It provides shade in the afternoon for us, which is like the most important shade that we need. And then it provides some morning shade for my next door neighbors until probably about noon. So it does provide a lot of shade. And so it's really, really, really hard to want to take it out. It's also actually a really beautiful shape tree. It's a multi-trunk. It's got 3 trunks to it, which I absolutely love. But it's just awful. So, I mean, it's not going today. I wish it was going today. I am going to limb it up a little bit because there's a little bit that needs to be limbed up. And then I am going to just clear out this bed, taking it all out. So over here, I have this red bud. I wish that the red bud was planted just a little bit more over. I had planted it originally so that way it would block the view from our bedroom, but our bedroom blinds are never open, so that didn't ever even matter. I wish that it had been moved over, then it would block the view into our kitchen. We're always in the kitchen blinds are open. It is what it is, day late, dollar short. I need to come in, I need to clean up this clematis here. It's going into my red bud tree. So clean that up today. We're going to move this right here. This is a weeping white spruce. So we're gonna move this, and this is gonna go in the landscape today. I've decided I want it in the ground. I don't want it in a container anymore. And so we're doing that. And then I want to clean everything up. I wanna take out, I've got some plants in here that are not thriving. I've got lots of privet seedlings coming up. I wanna get all of the leaves out. I want the hosta moved. I want to come here. I'm taking out the lungworts. I love lungwort. They're so pretty. I like them. The dogs keep laying on them, so they've just absolutely destroyed them. I'm just going to take it out and then clean up all of this. I just want this to all be refreshed. I'm going to leave the hostas for now, and I'm going to transplant them this fall time. I want to start over. I want a blank canvas. I don't even care if it's blank the rest of the year. So my goal next year, or by next year, is to have the concrete patio poured. And I would like to have this be a concrete walkway or a cement walkway, whatever it is. I don't really know. Whatever the guys do. Cement, I think it is. Cement patio, cement walkway. Have it all be stamped. That way we can get rid of all of this gravel here. It's been great, but I would like cement. It'd be way easier to take care of. And it would be easier for the trash cans too. And then I would like to do like not like a boxwood hedge, like some type of boxwood alternative hedging or something like that. I think that would be really pretty. A straight hedge down, and and then planting on the other side of that hedge just one plant. That way it's just a mass of plants, easy peasy, don't even think about it. Do a whole bunch of like surefire white begonias in this area or something like that. Just one thing. I can see that being restful to the eye, straightforward, and not whatever all this is. And then maybe at some point get rid of this dang privet tree. Anyways, plan for today. Let's start with the cleanup. Actually, I think we're gonna start with moving the tree and getting the tree planted. Let me show you where I want that to go. So I'm thinking in this bed right here. I think that would be so pretty. It gets about 6 to 8 feet wide, so I will put it right here in the middle. And then I can live with it here for a few years with the rose being there, and it's not going to be an issue. And it should fill out this entire area right here. This garden bed is about 6.5 feet long, maybe 7 feet long. It's probably 6.5 feet long. And so it should fill out that entire area right there. And then it gets like 20 feet tall. So it'll be really nice and tall and skinny. It's a great little accent tree to add into the garden. And I think right there is going to be so perfect for it. So I think first step is going to be to clearing out the poppies. You can see the poppies are almost done blooming. There are 2 blooms left on the lilac blooms. We've dealt with spider mites on these guys this year, and we've dealt with aphids this year on these. So they've not been very happy with us. Normally I leave them up and I will let them do their seed heads because the seed heads are really pretty. I love the way that the seed head looks when they dry, especially like when you can get like a really nice round one that's like nice and straight. I love to use them in like winter floral arrangements and things like that. But this year I'm just not going to save any. I would rather get the tree in here instead. So we're going to go ahead and pull these guys out, I think, first. Well, that was a project all by itself. I do think what I'm going to do is pop up the umbrella for it because it's going from shade to sun. Luckily, we are cooling down right now. We have a couple days in the 80s. Ignore my hand up top. I'm trying to shield you so the sun doesn't blind your eyes. I think that looks perfect right there. That is going to be the perfect evergreen. What's nice is it'll fill that area out. Hopefully we get some good growth from it. I'm really excited to see what it does in that area though, but I want to add more winter interest into this garden, into this bed specifically. So we've definitely added some, and don't worry about the soil that is on the rock right here. It just blows off with the leaf blower really, really easily. So once it dries, I'll do that. Now that that's done, let's get started on this side. Like I said, I'm just going to take everything out. I fully anticipate it to look terrible. in a matter of a week because this thing is still dropping flowers. I mean, I think you guys can probably see some of them just dropping in the air as I'm talking right now. It just drops them all day long, which does make having this fountain really hard this time of year because it fills up with flowers every single day and the flowers decompose. So I'm even thinking about maybe moving the fountain and putting something else in this place. We love having the sound of water right here, but this is a lot of work underneath this tree. So we'll see. I think for today, we're just gonna start by just ripping everything out and giving this a good like clean. And then I will not feel so stressed. What I do want to do eventually, after we get like concrete poured, I want to build kind of like a privacy wall right here. This girl that I follow, her name is Liz Marie. She's doing it in her garden and it looks so stunning. So I'm thinking, she's not doing it for the trash can, she's doing like a separate garden area, but she has this like lattice and I think it would be really, really pretty right there and it would block that view. Just a thought. Eventually. Also, my fence is leaning, so that also needs to be addressed at some point. So like I had said, I think my goal for this area is to kind of just start all over and then have like a small hedge along the straight walkways and then line the back of it with some type of annual. So I've got like some surefire white begonias, and I think next year on the other side where the fountain is, that's where I will line it with surefire white begonias. I'm gonna just do the whole thing one type of plant. I might change, of course, but just one thing that's green, has some color to it. The surefire whites, I'm not sure I'm absolutely obsessed with them right now, but I think that they would be a good easy plant and it would just be green and beautiful. And then I'm thinking on this side over here, do the same hedge and then just line this whole side with like little lime hydrangeas or something like that. Some type of hydrangea, something big, green, pretty. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to get it clean right now. We've gotten up to this point cleaned up. Look at this. Huge difference. Oh my goodness. It'll be so nice to get this all cleared up. Unfortunately, give it a couple weeks and this thing will look exactly the same. It is what it is at this point. Give it a couple weeks and this is what this will look like. All of it's gonna look like. It's extremely frustrating. So I'm not gonna waste mulch. I'm not gonna mulch this bed. I refuse to do it right now. Because of all the flowers that are dropping, and then it's going to drop all of its leaves. I think probably once it's done dropping its flowers, then I'll go ahead and do that. I do think that I need to make this a priority to come out. So maybe this fall time, I will pay the guys to come in, cut this thing out, and then maybe we can get something else planted. But you can see it's a really beautiful multi-trunk. It's 3 trunks. It's really, really pretty. I do love that. And I love the shade it provides. So we're gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to get something planted ASAP after I get this out, just to give us privacy and to give us shade. So let's get this section done, and then I think we're gonna call it good. I will tackle this side at a later date. I do want to get some more mulching done, just obviously not over here. So I would like to get a little bit more mulching done. So let's finish. And we are done. I actually feel a lot better about this area now. We're gonna leave the cyclamen for the time being. I'm gonna leave everything for the time being. I did take out a couple plants. I took out 2 of the lungworts and I took some plants out over there. You guys can see how much stuff is still dropping. It's absolutely insane. I just blew off this area for a second time. It's been an hour since I did it the first time, and it was already covered. So this tree is going to be the bane of my existence. It does look way better though. I'm so much happier with it. I'm not going to be cleaning out the lion fountain today. Like I said, I do want to move it. I think it'll be less full of dirt and gunk this way. So I think it needs to get moved. And then I need to just put some type of plant or something like that in this place. I think that'll be a better choice. And then this section is empty. And like I said, I want to do some kind of lattice over in this area. I think that would be really beautiful. And then shade plants. And I need to figure out what I can do for shade plants. Also, I found a abundance of jumping worms in this soil. So I think that also might be part of my issue. Jumping worms are really bad. You really don't want jumping worms, and I do have jumping worms. I didn't know about them until you guys had pointed them out. So thanks to you guys, I know that I have them. I still haven't figured out exactly how to treat them, besides removing them when I see them. So I probably removed about 30 of them today, just in this one section. It was crazy. Anytime I found a worm, and what they do is they literally start jumping and flopping around. It's a jumping worm, you have to get rid of it. If it's a normal worm, it just kind of like lays there and it looks like a worm, and you want to put those ones back. So I put jumping worms in the yard waste bin, and normal worms I left in there. Jumping worms, they just destroy your soil, and they don't actually do anything good for it. So I got to figure out how to get rid of those. I should probably do some research on that one, because I think that's one of the issues that I had with plants not surviving in this area. So I will be back in a couple hours. I'm gonna wait till this evening. It's starting to warm up a little bit out here, and once it's cooled down, we'll get to doing some mulch. So it's coming along, and I'm not mulching this bed. Like I said, I'm just not doing it because that's a waste of mulch. Okay, it's mulch time. I went and got a haircut. Let's go ahead and finish mulching the bed right here, and then the small bed right there. I'm so excited. Also, ignore the lawn right there. That's all gonna become patio at some point in the future. this bed is mulched, and holy cow, what a world of a difference. I couldn't be happier. Got that done. Got this side done, which is so nice. I still actually have like back there to do, but I'm gonna finish the areas that you can like really see first. And then I also do have this area to do, but I have a bunch of like little violas or violets or whatever they are popping up, and I kind of want to leave them. I've got a whole bunch popping up there. So I will mulch all of this at some point. I think this and like all that like hidden area is gonna definitely be last. I finished this. It looks so good. You can walk all the way back to the alliums back there now, and it's done. Next step, I think I'm gonna work on this bed and the jelly bean bed. And then the last bed is this section here and that bed there. Actually, that bed's gonna be really easy to do. I need to do a bit of cleanup in that bed first though. Anyways, next step will be here. I had a little tiny bit left in my bucket, and so I just dumped it right there. And I mean, that alone just helped tremendously. So nice. And I will say, using this bucket has been so fabulous. It's kind of like carrying, like, I don't know, almost a full bag of mulch maybe at most. It's definitely not a full bag, but it definitely is not like straining on the back, which is really nice. It doesn't hurt. And then those gloves, oh, lifesaver. I never thought that I would be so happy to own a pair of gloves. And then I have just spent the last 10 minutes combing through my petunias to see if I could find any budworms. I'm still finding budworms on these guys. So a weekly spray, I think I'm gonna go to a bi-weekly spray, so twice spraying for BT on these guys, because I just I can't lose all of these to budworms. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm gonna probably spend the next half hour combing through, seeing if I can find any more of them and just take them out back. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. What a great day in the garden. Got the whole side yard cleaned up and a tree planted and beds mulched. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for coming along with me today. Thanks for visiting our garden, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.